Sussex slipped to their fourth defeat from 5 games in the Royal London One Day Cup, the latest loss coming in Cheltenham to Gloucestershire by 51 runs. Put into bat after losing the toss, the home side lost Chris Dent in the 4th over, Chris Jordan with the catch off List A debutant Jofra Archer. Gloucestershire, the current holders of this cup, once again looked to their inspirational captain Michael Klinger to get the ball rolling, and he dominated the early scoring, having half of the 49 runs on the board in the first 9 overs. By then, Gloucestershire had also lost Ian Cobain for 8, nicking off to Ben Brown, Ajmal Shazad with a wicket in his 2nd over. Jordan then bowled Hamish Marshall off the inside edge for 11, before Will Beer picked up the big wicket of Klinger for 46 just after the 100 had been posted in the 22nd over, the batsman seemingly unhappy with the decision. This gorgeous cricket ground has produced some tricky batting pitches in the fortnight of this annual festival. Graham Van Buren, one of the few batsmen to enjoy themselves here, as he added 36 runs for the 5th wicket with Benny Howell, who was out for 19 as he gave Beer his 2nd success. Gloucestershire looked in some trouble when, on 38, Van Buren had his stumps disturbed by Jordan, leaving it to the former Sussex player Tom Smith and Kieran Nima-Barnett to keep the board ticking over. With 10 overs of the 50 left, the home team had only 170 runs to their name, but these two batted sensibly in adding 42 for the 7th wicket. Nima-Barnett struck the only 6 of the innings, clearing the rope over mid-wicket off Danny Briggs. But in the same over, the Kiwi was held by Ed Joyce off the spinner for 29, another batsman to make a start without pushing on. Smith and debutant Patrick Grieshaber were able to add 45 runs for the 8th wicket. The young keeper out to the last ball of the innings for 20, leaving Smith unbeaten on 43, made out of a final score of 242 for 8. That appeared to be beneath par on this surface, but after Joyce mistimed a shot off Matt Taylor to be held by Van Buren, and Phil Salt edged Craig Miles behind after striking back-to-back boundaries, the Sharks found themselves up against it on 19 for 2. Luke Wright briefly threatened by hitting 4 fours in his 18, before he chipped Taylor to Marshall at mid-on, the visitors now on 43 for 3 in the 9th over. That became 59 for 4 after 12 as Chris Nash was bowled off a bottom edge by Smith for 6, leaving it to Harry Finch and Ben Brown to try to establish a partnership to keep their side in this contest. Only 1 4 was hit in a 16-over spell as the spinners Smith and Van Buren put the squeeze on. Sussex, though, back in contention as they reached 124 for 4, wanting 119 more from the last 20 overs. Then, just at the wrong time, Brown drove Howell to Cobain after compiling a patient 39 off 70 balls with only 1 4, but Finch was able to complete what was just his 2nd List A 50 from 88 balls, Jordan the man with him now to keep the game alive. But having got to 14, the latter gave Smith his 2nd wicket, leaving with 84 runs needed off the last 10 overs with only 4 wickets in hand. Smith really had a day to remember, finishing with figures of 4 for 26, an excellent return catch putting his side right on top, Archer the man to go this time. The former Sussex man's 4th wicket arrived as Shazad was well held at deep mid-wicket by Dent after making 3. And when Beer was run out by Dent in the next over, the 4th, the game was just about up with the Sharks on 177 for 9. Finch can at least be very proud of his efforts. He ended on an unbeaten 87, made from 115 balls, an innings containing 8 fours and this 6. But the largest defeat was then confirmed as Howell bowled Briggs, Sussex all out in the 46th over for 191. That meant a defeat by 51 runs, a 4th loss from 5 games in this competition. Up next, it's a home match against Hampshire under the lights on Wednesday.